Today we're going to discuss about central dogma and the packaging of DNA in the prokaryote and the eukaryotic cells. Let's start with the central dogma. The proposition of the double helix structure of the DNA and its simplicity in explaining the genetic implications become revolutionary. And very soon the Francis Crick in 1958 proposed the central dogma in the molecular biology, which states that the genetic information flows from DNA to RNA and then to the protein. It means you can say that the transfer of an genetic information from DNA to RNA and then the formation of a protein, that whole process is known as a central dogma. The one way flow of the genetic information. You know that the DNA present inside the nucleus, and whatever the information is carried out from the nucleus along with the DNA, it is in the form of a protein. Okay, so DNA required some material through which it will come out from the nucleus or transferred, and it will be readable, and then in the form of a protein language what called decoding is taken place. And in that manner, the concept of the central dogma emphasizes that the three processes are involved in the flow of an information from the DNA. Clear? And these are: number one, the replication, the exact copying or the duplication of an DNA. Number two, transcription, the transfer of genetic information from DNA to the messenger RNA. And then the third process is the translation, that is a conversion of a genetic information of mRNA in the form of a protein. So in that manner, the central dogma proposed by the Francis Crick in 1958 to explain how the genetic information is transferring from nucleus to the other. Okay, how it is transfer taken place. Initially the replication, then the transcription, translation taken place. And now we will discuss about the packaging of DNA material. DNA, you know that it is a long polymer of over a million deoxyribonucleotide. How many? Around 3.4 million nucleotide pairs or the base pair are there. And if we talk about the in Escherichia coli, if we talk about the human being, around 66 million nucleotide pairs in human being. And the length of a DNA in the cell can be calculated by multiplying the number of an base pair with the distance between the two consecutive base pair. So it is easy for you to determine that. And therefore there must be some special arrangement to accommodate such a long polymer in a cell. सेल छोटा सा है, सेल में न्यूक्लियस है, न्यूक्लियस के अंदर डीएनए है ना, तो उस डीएनए को पैकेज करने के लिए कोई तो ऐसी टेक्निक होगी जिस टेक्निक का इस्तेमाल किया जाना पड़ेगा, है ना. तो किस प्रकार से डीएनए का पैकेज जो पैकेजिंग है वो प्रोकैरियोट्स में होता है. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद पैकेजिंग ऑफ एन डीएनए इन द प्रोकैरियोट. Such as the E. coli, in prokaryotes such as the E. coli, there is no well-defined nucleus, and still the DNA is not scattered throughout the entire cell, है ना. E. coli के अंदर कोई वेल डिफाइंड न्यूक्लियस नहीं होता है, या इसके अलावा उसके अंदर कोई ये कह सकते हैं कि कोई जो डीएनए होता है वो स्कैटर्ड नहीं होता पूरे सेल में, जैसा कि हमने प्रोकैरियोट्स में देखा है. DNA being negatively charged is held with some protein such as the polyamines, and that have negative charges in the region termed as a nucleoid. ठीक है, तो जो न्यूक्लियोइड होता है उसके अंदर ये प्रोटीन जो है होते हैं, एंड द डीएनए इज न्यूक्लियोटाइड इज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड इन द लार्ज लूप हेल्ड बाय द प्रोटीन दैट इज नोन एज इन polyamines. As far as the packaging of an DNA in the eukaryotes are concerned, in eukaryote, DNA is stabilized with the positively charged basic protein called the histone protein. Or you can say that the organization of an DNA is much more complex in the eukaryotes. There is a set of positively charged basic protein, जैसे मैंने बोला उनको हिस्टोन कहते हैं, and the protein acquire the charges due to the abundance of an amino acid residue with a charged side chain. And the histone protein are rich in एमिनो एसिड रेसिड्यू लाइसिन एंड अर्जिनिन. लाइसिन और अर्जिनिन दोनों जो है वो ज़्यादा मात्रा में पाए जाते हैं, और ये जो दोनों एमिनो एसिड के रेसिड्यूज़ होते हैं उनके अंदर पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है. और टोटल 5 प्रकार के हिस्टोन प्रोटीन होते हैं. 5 टाइप ऑफ एन हिस्टोन प्रोटीन, H1, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. And 4 of them, that is an H2A, H2B, H3 and H4, they occur in a pair to produce the histone octamer, which we generally call the new body or the core. And they are one of the most conserved protein, being similar in the different species. They are charged toward the outside. The negatively charged DNA is wrapped around the positively charged what you call the charge ends are towards the outside, and the negatively charged DNA wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer. Almost 1/3/4 जो है वो टर्न होता है, and they will form the nucleosome, and with a diameter of about 10 nanometer. DNA connecting the two adjacent nucleosomes is called a interbred or the linker DNA. ठीक है, हम उनको क्या बोलेंगे, लिंकर डीएनए बोलेंगे, जो इस प्रकार से लिंक करने का, इन ऑक्टोमर यूनिट्स को लिंक करने का काम करता है. एंड इफ यू सीन द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द इन एन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक माइक्रोस्कोप, एट द टाइम इट लुक्स लाइक अ बीड्स ऑन एन स्ट्रिंग. ठीक है, द ऑक्टोमर्स आर अरेंज इन दैट मैनर कि दिस 8 core of an 8 histone molecule wrapped by the H1 or the histone protein and linked with each other with the help of an DNA, linker DNA. So a typical nucleosome contains around a 200 base pair of an DNA helix. The nucleosome represent the first level of shortening of the very large strand of a DNA. And the nucleosome constitute the repeating unit of a structure in the nucleus called a chromatin. So what is chromatin? The thread-like stained colored body which is seen in the nucleus is known as a chromatin. And when viewed under the electronic microscope, the nucleosome in chromatin are seen as the beads on a string. जैसे यहाँ पर diagram में दिखा रहा है, it looks like a beads on a string. Clear? So the beads on a string structure in the chromatin is pegged to form the chromatin fibers, which coiled and condensed further during the metaphase stage of the cell division to form the chromosome. And the packaging of the chromatin at the higher level required the additional set of a protein that are collectively referred to as a non-histone chromosomal protein, that is an NHC protein. And in typical nucleus, some regions of chromatin are loosely packed and stained light, and these regions are termed as in euchromatin. And another region which is densely packed and stayed dark, that region is known as in heterochromatin. So that is the end for the packaging of a genetic material, students. In the next session, we will discuss about the search for the genetic material and the transforming principle. Thank you and have a nice day.